you were the one who went crazy?
Of course, because I made contact.
Who hit who first?
Me. I come from the hood side, so I can't.
You went back and attacked her. You were the attacker. You stabbing her in the neck.
Don't touch me first. I think she learned that.
Download my budgeting app today and take control of your money once and for all. And for a limited time only, sign up for the annual version of Premium and get my cookbook and notebook signed and mailed directly to you. Link in the description and pinned comment below.
Hi, my name's Isabella. I'm 34 years old. I'm from Clearwater, Florida, and this is Financial Audit.
Thanks for coming over to Austin. What do you do in Clearwater for a living?
I am a medical assistant for internal medicine practice.
Very good. What are we making?
$20 an hour.
Okay. Clearwater ain't cheap. So, how you living? How are things doing? $20 an hour.
Okay. For what as a single person, it's tough, but, I'm pulling by. I live in a studio apartment.
Yeah.
So, and I live 5 minutes from work as well, so I don't have a big commute.
So how are you struggling?
I'm struggling.
You wouldn't be on the show if you weren't struggling. So what is going on?
I have impulsivity issues. I have a lot of FOMO. I'm a raver. I like to go to a lot of festivals, shows.
Is she aging out?
I should be, but I think you just rave to the grave. I don't think there's an ending. Possibly, but I'm the rave mom of the group, so I have to take care of everyone.
Okay.
I was just here last month for a festival.
Oh, great. I didn't even know one was happening.
Yeah,
but
up in
that shows
Fort
our
Worth.
difference in life.
Yes.
Okay. So every night, got it?
No, none of that. No. That's bad for my mental health. I just like the music. I enjoy any kind of music. All music, it brings me joy and happiness.
But FOMO, so every
FOMO.
concert that pops up, you just can't turn away from?
Most of them, no, because I have a group of 20 people. That's my rave fam. And, a whole bunch of them are going.
Desperate peer pressure as
Not
well.
even peer pressure. I'm usually the one hey, who wants to go to this one? It's usually my idea.
How often are we going?
I go to probably 3 festivals a year, but show-wise, probably once a month or so. Some shows aren't that
expensive. That couldn't be what's destroying you. The 3 a year, yeah, those are some big trips. Those would be hitting you here and there. Definitely a big hit every once in a while. But shouldn't be make or break your life.
When you're making
one
$20
concert a month.
When you're making $20 an hour.
How many hours a week are you working?
40.
So what's your account on a monthly basis?
It's $1,364 every 2 weeks. So I would say about $2,700.
Yeah. 27, 28. For Clearwater, again, that is.
And I live alone. So.
Yeah, but in a studio and close to work. So there's different things that are keeping your relative cost of living low in a high cost of living area. What's your rent?
It is $1,100, but then I have to pay the internet, water, trash, all that. So it's $1,230.
Okay. So just the roof over your head. I mean, we're talking, yes, it's high, but it's 45%. 45% of your income. At that point, are you able to go and do the things you absolutely want to do in order to just take care of yourself in life if just the roof over your head itself is, 45% of our income? Now, don't get me wrong. I want you to go have fun. Don't get me wrong. You're actually in a pretty reasonably priced, living situation. That being said, with your income, you have to then make choices. Sorry, my throat's also hurting.
It's okay. I also just recently started door dashing about 4 weeks ago as well.
So what's that bringing in then?
I just made about $400 in the last month. I just started.
Before taxes, but also before gas. Any kind of future maintenance, which is going to be arriving quicker.
Yep.
Even just things like tire rotations.
Yes.
Okay,
So I just
400
started.
turned into 300, let's call it.
Probably.
Maybe 250.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's certainly not. I mean, anything helps in your situation, honestly. To boost us, let's call it a total of $3,000 on a monthly basis. What's your rent again? It was $14. Rent and utilities together?
It was $1,230.
Okay, so $1,230. I mean, we're still talking 41%, so we didn't move the needle too much, but I'll boost you up to 3,000, sure.
And then I was trying to do Uber and things like that, but my driving record wasn't the best, so they wouldn't allow me. DoorDash was the only one to accept me.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't be allowed to DoorDash. What's your driving record?
It was for almost 5 full years ago.
Yeah, driving after raves, after you've taken something a little special to feel the music a bit more.
Why are you assuming I'm taking anything? kidding?
Because if you're a raver, come on.
You can love the music and enjoy it.
You absolutely can, but we have ravers that work here. They're in the culture. It's incredibly common. You're right. You're on granny level raving, but even still, I'm saying that as someone only 4 years younger.
I can't even drink 2 beers without getting hungover, so I'm not the one.
What's your driving record?
Okay, so a couple years ago, I got into 3 accidents within 3 years, and they have a 3 and 3 rule in Florida. If you get in 3 accidents in 3 years, they will revoke your license.
No matter the kind of accident. If you get hit?
Yeah.
So if you are parked at a stop.
Both.
If you're parked at a stoplight and you are slammed into 3 times in 3 years,
Florida's a no-fault state. So regarding that, I had my license revoked, but I had to go through all of the steps to get it back. And that was a nightmare. That cost a lot of money. I didn't realize there was a rule like that.
What did it cost?
It cost...
They didn't go through that in driver's ed?
I had to take a 4-hour online course, then a 12-hour online
easy.
course. I had to have somebody sit in the car with me for 4 hours. That was about $500. So they could drive around with me to show that I could drive. And then I had to take my driving test twice at the DMV and get my picture retaken.
Well, these all seem pretty basic. There you go.
It was a process.
I thought 3... Yeah, but this seems pretty fair.
Plus the
tickets. If you get your license revoked, I mean, again, I don't know the law, and I honestly don't truly believe that if you get slammed into 3 times...
I was at
doing
fault,
basic things with proof from either street cameras or dash cam, that would, you were at fault.
Yeah.
See, I mean, again, context, but I truly don't believe just someone sitting at a stoplight who would have to go through all this. But maybe that's the case.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just not the best thought out law. But yeah,
3 and 3 pushed me back.
At fault 3 years in a row. Yeah, get your license revoked. You're a danger on the streets.
I've gotten better. It was due to a medication that I was taking from a doctor.
Then you shouldn't drive.
I don't take it anymore. Stop.
What was it?
It was for my mental health. It wasn't.
It
was
a downer?
No. It was a mood stabilizer.
Okay.
So it wasn't.
And it made you dizzy?
Not even really.
Sleepy?
Just kind of made me zone out. I guess,
okay, then you shouldn't be allowed to drive.
Absolutely.
Then you shouldn't be allowed to drive. It is easy as that. If you have to take it, good, take it. I support it, but don't drive if it impairs your driving.
I didn't need it. They just misdiagnosed me.
Okay. So
that's why I stopped taking it.
Yeah, you should have your driver's license taken away. And you deserve to go through all those things. And you deserve to not be allowed on those platforms that require you literally just driving forever. So you know what? So far, supporting of the state versus the human on this
Those
one,
are almost off my full record, though. It's been almost 5 years. It's been, so at the end of this year, all those 3 will fall off.
And then you're going to pick up all these extra things instead of looking for different career opportunities? Why don't you go beyond the medical assistant, look at maybe becoming a nurse? Maybe we're all of a sudden, you're working on the low income scale in the medical field. What are we trying to do?
Student loans. I already owe $50K. I already have 1 degree.
What's your degree?
I have an Associate's of Science in Crime Scene Technology.
When did you get it?
2021.
Good. Take the credit hours. Go complete a 4-year.
So since I got an Associate's of Science, I had to do... I have to go for an AA because the schools won't accept an AS. I need an AA. I need an arts degree for some reason, for some science degree.
Yeah, but I'm sure you'll have a lot of transfer credits.
Yeah. So I am about 4 classes away from getting a generalized AA because I can't just move into a bachelor.
Can you do it?
I did. I signed up for classes last Monday and I dropped them on Monday.
You dropped out on Monday?
Yeah. They started Monday. I dropped them. I got really too anxious.
Okay, so
I tried to restart going back to school a few times, and I just...
What scares you?
I don't have somebody to mirror or body double.
What the f*** are you talking about?
I have issues paying attention and focusing and things of that nature.
ADHD, sure. Welcome to America.
So since I don't have somebody sitting next to me studying and doing that, it's hard for me to just stay on topic.
Yeah, but most schools have programs that you can enter if you have these issues.
I have ADA
and accommodations. There we go. So what the f*** is the issue?
Me.
Yes.
I'm the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I got a lot of anxiety, and then I'm like, maybe I'll fail, and all the thoughts process. And then so I just dropped them, and then I have time. I'm not in a rush, but I would like to get it done. And I just don't have somebody else. When I was going to school, I was dating somebody in school. So when he was studying, I was studying. So it really was very helpful.
Go date someone.
No.
Get some D. I don't know.
No, thanks.
Get some V. I don't know.
No, thanks.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Get some they, them.
No, I don't want anything. Nobody. Ugh.
Okay, well, that was more a joke, but like...
No, I'm just saying, I just don't want nobody.
Oh, okay.
Being alone
Live your
is,
life, I guess.
Being alone is where it's at. I have my cat. It's great.
Yeah,
She's not texting me like, where are you at?
This is going.
Crazy cat lady? That's me. I only have one, though. I'm allergic.
Okay, and you're literally incapable of going to online school?
It was 2 8-week express classes, but the discipline that I have sitting at home doing
non-express classes.
I like them better because I can't procrastinate
not.
longer.
You dropped out.
Well, I finished my degree with the 8-week classes, but because the condensed 16
yeah, but you need the rest of the.
But the thing is, I can't procrastinate when I'm in 8-week classes, so,
I mean, you still can,
but
I fail.
Yeah, and that happened to me last semester.
So, you then with what you just said. That was bullshit. So obviously, the 8-week thing is not working then.
Yeah.
So do the normal!
It's
what
just
the
so
f*** are we talking about?
It's hard. It's harder said than done for me as an individual.
Yes, I get it. But guess what? You're not the only person in the world that deals with ADHD. Other people successfully complete life.
Absolutely.
They get medicated. They get help. They take
I graduated already.
That you yes, with an associate's and you're making $20 an hour. And you need to make more if you want to stay in Clearwater Forest. So I don't give a fuck about what we've accomplished if we are obviously not surviving when rent after picking up additional side hustles beyond our 40 hours a week is still 41% of our income.
Yeah.
So listen, I don't care. Congratulations, you got a piece of paper. That means nothing to me in this world. I care about what you actually accomplished after college. And right now you can't survive in your area. And that is what matters. And you accumulated $50,000 in student loans in order to do this.
Yeah.
So we obviously, if you want to work in the medical field, you are making the bottom of the tiers of medical.
Because I don't have a degree in medical assisting.
Exactly.
I got grandfathered
so I'm saying, let's go back. What do you want to do in medical if you're able to actually not drop out on the first day?
What I'm doing now is exactly what I want to be doing in medical, if I want to stay in medical. But after graduating, I realized maybe crime scene tech is maybe not great for my psyche because the things that you have to deal with.
Okay, yes, you're broken on everything. And what will work? Because this is how this conversation goes, right? Here's the thing. You've been diagnosed, and there are things wrong with you. And that is okay. There are things wrong with me. I have a panic disorder. This does not disqualify you from having a financial conversation or being an adult, okay? It's different than like a severe, suicidal thing or something like that, or just being unable to get up in the day. Okay, so you have this. But what you've done is you're very clearly down the pipeline of all I do is think about my mental health and what I can't do. It's like, okay, if that's the conversation, then congratulations, you're never going to do anything ever. Or are you going to be like others in your space that have tried to overcome and actually push themselves? Or are we just going to be my mental health for the rest of my life and never do anything ever?
Oh, no, I don't think it's, woe is me. It's
okay, but come on, that's what it's like. We want to do this, we can't do it. We want to do this, we can't do it. We're going to stop on the first day. So what degree do you want to do? What do we want to do? What works?
I'm just unsure, that's why. Because I thought because I was getting my degree. This is where the debt came in with the $50,000 for getting just a AS degree.
You graduated in 2021 and you're 34, so I'm sure you were bouncing around in the classroom.
Well, that was the thing. I was going for chemistry to get into forensic science and an associates of arts, and almost when I was finished, I was one semester over. I switched courses and got into the crime scene technology program and added an extra year and a half to my studies. And I was taking.
That's not that bad.
But I took out more student loans than I should have. I didn't lower the amount. Sure, but you graduated
at 30. When did you go to school?
2017. So it took me about 3 years or so.
That's not horrible.
And I wasn't full time either because I was working full time at a job that paid me $14 an hour.
It's not the worst. I don't know, but then again, I'm so confused.
And then I have a lot of health issues. So
I think we've picked that up.
Well, physical health. I was out of work for 3 weeks.
By your existence on how you're operating and the language you use. Yes.
I should live in a bubble.
No, but honestly, maybe not though. The thing is, again, this is what a lot of people are going down. And there are so many things that are real and you go through real things. But a lot of people get TikTok brain when they go down the rabbit hole and then they're like, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. You lock yourself in these holes of all these like you have real diagnoses and then you probably have lots of self-diagnoses. And then you also really just rattle around forever on the real diagnoses and you limit yourself beyond your doorstep.
And I also took out more student loans than I should have when I did my classes. Like instead of lowering the student amount to what it should have been, I may have taken out more of the loan than I should have.
Listen, it's okay. Like I said, but when you lock yourself in all these different bubbles and you don't all this stuff, this is what is immediately annoying me, because if that was your life, then that's your life. But there's the additional layer on top of it.
Absolutely.
Where because you're locking yourself in the bubble and not willing to improve your life, you're stuck at $20 an hour. Okay, that's fine. But then you have to make your life choices around that based on the decisions you are making and not allowing yourself to do.
Right.
And then what you do is you just fuck around and endlessly rave and spend all your money and blow everything. And then all of a sudden sympathy is gone, because that is the choice you are making based on your situation. Your situation, if you're going to lock yourself inside, okay, lock yourself inside, go on TikTok and feel like you can never do anything, even though many people like you have overcome many obstacles and live very successful life. Great. But listen, come on. We know the world that we're talking about here.
Yes.
We know the people that we're talking about here. Many people overcome a lot of things. Mm-hmm. They push themselves. We all do in many instances. We seek medication, we seek therapy, okay?
Yeah. Kind of.
Kind of?
Yeah, going to raves is my therapy.
Exactly.
Getting tattoos is my therapy.
But then you lock yourself in your house and don't allow yourself to progress anything professional. But then you just go and fuck around in every other situation. And then boom, there goes the sympathy. Listen, the fact is, if you're truly incapable of existing, which you're not, then okay. Don't go out and fucking blow all your limited money you have. But then you do, which is a horrible choice, horrible behavior. Why?
Because the music is so great. It's so hard when there's laser beams. Not all of it. There's different genres. And it's a good time, especially all the vibes and the vibrations, and it's just all sensory.
You're sure you're not doing some fucking next?
I am positive. I am positive.
What your test results would say. Yes, okay. So
I'd love to be in a cup for you. You would be surprised. You're like, wow, this is naturally her.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So you use the excuse of FOMO.
Oh, so much. I get a lot of FOMO. I'm like the FOMO queen. It's bad. It's just like, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then I'll convince myself not to do it. Then last minute, I'll get the ticket and just kind of show up. So why are you able to
convince yourself to go to all these fun things, everything that you enjoy, but when something's slightly inconvenient, like, gotta study for a test, we're like, can't do it, lock yourself out. Never can do it in my life.
It doesn't give me
we're broken.
dopamine.
We can't do anything ever. Exactly.
I don't have enough dopamine drive.
Exactly. There it is.
Yeah.
You're honestly choosing to push yourself for the things that you enjoy, and then you refuse to for the things that bring you any struggle. If we're being honest, come on. That's what this is dialing down to. We know. Okay, I want you to answer some questions.
Okay.
I have some questions, and I need you to decide, are you choosing FOMO or are you choosing fuck no?
Okay.
And you hold up which one you prefer.
Okay.
FOMO or fuck no? First question, opening a new credit card to go to a new festival with a killer lineup. Okay, but do you see... Explain.
I get too much FOMO if I don't have enough money. I know I could put it on credit and pay it off later eventually.
Do you?
Eventually. Sometimes.
$75,853 of debt, and we know $50,000 of it is student loans. Fuck you. You're not paying off debt. What are you talking about? Why, possibly, is a concert more important than your future? More important than existing? Opening a new line in order to go fuck around is more important than you having any kind of debt. What's your retirement at?
0.
Yeah, exactly. So what the fuck is wrong with you? Come on.
I have a list, but I think it's because I know I could die any day, and I decide I want to live.
Congratulations.
I want to celebrate.
But you won't know you had a good time if you're dead, because you're dead. So it doesn't matter.
But while I'm...
So let's go off the statistical likelihood that you're going to be around for quite a few decades left. Huh? Yeah, maybe that.
Yeah.
At least 40 years.
Maybe not. But, festival life's where it's at. I've been doing it for like 20 years almost, so.
Yeah, but let's bet on the next 40. And listen, if you're out of credit card debt, And we actually just did a little bit of investment, 2 years of our time, of a little bit of struggle to pay off debt, another 2 years maybe to get through a degree and double our income. Boom, your life has changed. You can go to every festival without destroying your life while also having retirement. So when you're retired, you're not working, you can even go to more festivals. But instead, you're only choosing the let's just fuck around right now because we might be dead tomorrow. You won't know that you missed a festival because you're dead. You won't know that you missed a rave because you're dead. You won't know that you sacrificed for the future because you're dead. So bet on the statistical likelihood that you will be here.
Yeah, but at least I know that I have went.
No, you won't. You're dead.
But in that moment, I would know. But then
no,
once I'm
you're
dead,
dead. Are you stupid? No, you're dead.
there's pictures and videos of evidence.
But you'll be dead. You won't be seeing the pictures. What the fuck are you talking about? Given most afterlives in every popular religion, you really don't remember most things on Earth.
I would hope not.
So it doesn't matter.
To you. It matters to me, though.
No, it doesn't, because you won't know. Nothing can matter that you don't know. No, it doesn't matter. You won't know. It might matter to friends and family around you.
Yeah.
But that's not the excuse you use. That's me giving you that excuse.
That's true. But like I said, there's photo evidence, but all my friends have them. So they can keep me in their memory of being that
Yeah, but that's not the excuse that you used. I had to give that to you. Yours is bullshit. You're just like, I might not be here tomorrow. Yeah, but in the statistical likelihood is that you will be, okay?
Yes, that's true.
So sacrifice, for fuck's sake. This is basic.
It's too hard.
This is too hard? There we go. And that's her worldview, is everything is too hard. And listen, if that is your worldview, you will never get anywhere. This conversation is pointless. Your life is borderline pointless because you're not going to be willing to do anything that is slightly inconvenient because you've babied yourself and you used whatever mental things you have as an excuse. ADHD as an excuse, anxiety as an excuse. And I've used my panic disorder as an excuse, sure, but it hasn't held back my entire life, maybe 5%. Okay? You're holding back 90% of your life. It's ridiculous. Private student loan debt can be overwhelming. If you're seeking a more affordable way forward, YRefi is here to help. Unlike traditional lenders, YRefi is focusing on your desire and ability to repay, not just your credit score. With guaranteed interest rates under 6%, they offer a pathway towards lower monthly payments. YRefi also provides a co-signer release program, giving you and your family peace of mind. Their dedicated representatives walk you through each step, ensuring you feel supported and informed throughout the process. Thousands of clients have experienced relief, and YRefi's 4.6 star rating on Google speaks to the service and guidance they provide. This is more than just refinancing. It's a chance to regain control of your financial future. If you're ready to work toward a more manageable student loan payment, visit YRefi.com. Discover how their tailored approach can reduce your stress, lower your interest, and simplify your repayment journey. Take the first step in making your private student loan debt more affordable. Go to yrefy.com/hammer. That's yrefy.com/hammer. Or call 888-YREFI-78. That is 888-YREFI-78 and see how they can help you move forward with confidence. Second question, booking a flight on a credit card without checking your bank account in the first place. Okay, a little bit of reason maybe?
Yeah, overdraft fees.
But it's on a credit card. You wouldn't.
Oh, well, then,
overdraft.
they're probably maxed out, so I can't. So
that's why we're opening a credit card in the previous question.
Yeah. So the maxed out, so I can't. So, no.
Are you sure you're not with someone else by your choice?
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
What other questions you got?
Putting lunch or dinner on a credit card. Lunch and dinner that you might be missing out with your friends. FOMO, why?
Because I don't want to miss out with time with my friends and going out to eat to dinner. Especially on like birthdays and special occasions. That's super important.
That's different though. Those are very limited. This is not a weekly basis thing. And I bet you're f***ing around endlessly. Yeah, you're f***ing around endlessly.
Yeah, I don't normally make my lunch. I have a 30-minute lunch break, so I usually go and get like Wendy's.
Doesn't make sense. If you have a 30-minute lunch break, you don't make your lunch regardless during that 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's pre-made. What the fuck are you talking about? The 30-minute lunch break has nothing to do.
I don't pre-make lunch for lunch.
Yeah, but the 30-minute lunch break has nothing to do with that.
Well, that's why I usually get fast food, because it's done and then I eat it.
What the are you talking about? Whatever length of your lunch break has nothing to do whether or not you prepped food beforehand.
Yeah, the prepping is the issue. I don't prep food beforehand.
Yeah, so it is not the lunch break being 30 minutes. In fact, you'd have more time to eat if you weren't going and getting fast food.
No, I normally go home and like hang out with my cat and eat my fast food.
What life are we trying to live here? Because
my best life?
Yes, but what do you think your best life is? Because you seem recluse. You seem stepped away from the world because you're refusing to push any boundaries of your own. And no, I don't respect those boundaries. Not every boundaries are meant to be respected. Listen, that's not how it works. If you put up a dumbass boundary, it. That's dumb. I'm so sick of that bullshit on TikTok.
It's hard for the boundaries. Boundaries are a hard one for me, as you can tell.
But you're putting up bad boundaries. Not just because the boundary exists doesn't mean it is justified.
It could be justified.
No, you're limiting yourself dramatically in life.
I'm autistic as well.
Yeah. And I've never been diagnosed, but my lawyer tells me I'm the most autistic motherfucker she's ever met. So, listen, you have everything, and I'm sure you think about it endlessly.
No.
And you do. Come on, the language you're using, you are just like every single person that's been diagnosed with something. So you think about it endlessly, and then you limit yourself, and you tell yourself you can't do something. But guess what? Congratulations, when there is something you want to do, somehow you find the way to do it. So
I have done it. I have graduated once. I know I could do it again. It's just the anxiety aspect. It messed me up because
that is hard.
Yeah.
But if it is hard going into a semester, do intensive therapy while you're starting a semester. Find coping mechanisms. Don't just go.
Raves are my coping mechanism.
But that is not working because you can't afford to live and you're in $75,000 of debt. This is dumb.
Yeah.
This is dumb.
Yeah.
And you're willing to put dinner and lunch on a credit card just to have the experience because we might be dead tomorrow. This is dumb. What is there? Again, like I haven't many times in this conversation, I can latch onto something that I'm like, let's do this so we can do this. I don't have this for you because you're content living in a studio.
I would like to move.
Living with a cat forever.
I'd like to move from the studio to maybe like a one-bedroom
what ambitions do you have other than just getting an extra room? Because I have nothing to latch onto to try to make you change your behavior and push your limits. That's the big thing because you put up artificial boundaries that honestly are bad.
Yeah. My workplace is just really great and they help me with my accommodations and whatnot. So that's why I had to stay there.
They pay you $20 an hour.
Yeah. Because I'm not certified in that degree.
Yes.
But I just kind of got grandfathered in.
Will they pay for you to complete your degree?
No. Okay. It's a very small office, but we see 6,000 patients. We have 6,000 patients, but it's a small office with a few employees.
Okay.
But we don't have retirement. We don't have insurance through them. We have nothing through them. So
you don't offer retirement?
No.
But it's advantage.
Not that I'm aware of.
It's advantageous to them for tax purposes. Okay.
It's a very small office. Yeah.
Right, but if they're seeing 60, whatever, it doesn't make sense. We have a small, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Also, I just also don't believe you, to be completely honest. But either way, you could be maxing out a Roth IRA.
I really would love to do that.
Yeah, but instead you choose festivals because we're choosing the things that we want to do that are slightly difficult over the things that we don't want to do that are slightly difficult.
Yeah.
Come on.
I would like to change my ways. I just need better tools. My mom tried to do like Dave Ramsey CDs on me, and that just did not help me at all with his teaching.
If you're stuck in the 80s, I guess.
Exactly.
90s, CDs.
Yeah. So 80s. I tried that method. That didn't help. And so I'm just trying to really
what did not work there for you? Because this thing is pretty damn simple. I don't agree with some of the debts, the starting emergency funds too low, but what did not work for you?
I think just how he words things. I just didn't think his life didn't like his examples and whatnot just didn't align how my thought process works either. So I tried to understand and I tried to implement it and just
you're able to fucking comprehend. Okay.
But I just at the same time I just didn't really grasp his concepts. I understand the
but it's the most basic. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be offensive, but it's literally like the bottom tier basic. Like he even talks like it's the most bottom level basic.
He's like, I was in like $5,000, $100,000 of debt and now I have zero. And I'm like, well, that's great for you, Dave, but I'm different.
What?
Yeah, no, it was just an example.
What the f*** talking about?
He got himself into a bunch of debt, and that's why he's like telling people like how to get out of it, how he got out of it.
It doesn't matter how he got into debt, though. But
how he got out is different than how other people could get out. There's other ways that work for other people.
There are other ways, but that doesn't mean that the snowball method doesn't work, though. That's so confusing. I'm not getting your logic yet.
It didn't help me.
But why? Because the example you used is like really dumb. Honestly, if I'm being honest, because he had really poorly leveraged real estate, quick note debt. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden you can't pay off a credit card. I'm confused. Like his debt payoff method isn't about the kind of debt he was in.
Yeah. I think, he was just trying to teach people to get out of debt because that's how he got out of his own debt was by all of these different methods. No, he went through
bankruptcy. He teaches people. You're not having me fucking slobber on Dave's right now. But this is ridiculous.
Yeah. So my mom had me listen to some of the CDs. I didn't.
It's basic. It's pay off the smallest debt to the largest debt. How does, because he went through bankruptcy, negate your ability to understand that? That is the most basic.
I didn't know he went through bankruptcy. That's my fault.
What? I'm just so confused.
I listened to his CDs, but I didn't listen to all of them.
It's 7 steps, right?
Yeah, it was like
I don't remember.
It was on like CD-ROMs, and she had me try to
really hung up on the CD part of this. Yeah. You could have gone to YouTube. You could have gone to YouTube.
Is he on YouTube?
Everyone's on YouTube.
Oh. Well, I wasn't aware. I thought he just CDs
Morning
because he was older.
On YouTube. I don't know.
Oh, I'm not sure. But
do you exist on this planet? Okay.
I try. Could be an alien. It would make sense. You have any other questions?
No, I'm a little confused. If you weren't able to go through his most basic thing, which again, I don't agree with everything. I'm not trying to right now. But it's like what you're saying is like honestly quite stupid.
Yeah, I think you kind of just hit on a point. You don't agree with everything he said, and it was the same for me.
It doesn't matter. The philosophy of pay off smallest to largest is good.
Yeah. And I have gotten
for people that can't stick to the behavior like you, honestly, is the best for you. So what you're saying is extra stupid because that is probably what works best for you.
Is the snowball method?
Yes. Because no way you'd be able to do the avalanche method. You probably can't focus on something for more than a half a second. So yes, you need the snowball method to get progress quick.
Yeah.
To see the results and get your dopamine unlocked immediately.
Yeah.
So and what
that's
are you talking about?
That's why I kind
David Ramsey did not fail you.
I failed him.
Couldn't put a CD in the player.
Yeah, he was, and it's very boring to listen to as well. With that, him talking.
He's a boring old dude.
Exactly.
Why do you think our show's bigger than his?
And that's why I'm here on your show, because of that reason.
Okay,
I feel.
But I just, again, the only reason I'm pushing back on this is because no matter what I give you, if you couldn't make it through the most simple thing, how the f can we get you there? Because I tend to give people more options, whether it be avalanche, snowball, maybe putting in some bullshit, going and getting a different job. I allow bankruptcy. I allow consolidations. It's all based on the person's situation. But if you couldn't make it through the most literal basic thing that probably actually does work best with your brain, which is snowball, then good luck to me. What the And your logic made no sense because he had real estate debt. You couldn't follow paying off the smallest to the largest debt. It just doesn't make sense.
He was in a different financial situation is what I meant. Like his financial situation was different.
That doesn't matter though. His teaching is fucking, why are you making me gurgle this thing, dude? I'm not.
No, that's why I'm here to learn from you because I feel like I think you're the best for this.
All right, listen. Today's the last day. We've put together a lot of educational tools and a lot of educational resources that I wish I had when I was growing up, and I could have saved myself a lot of money and made a lot of money. We've brought in experts. We've created the best education that I can even think of on this entire platform. Our refund rate is literally 75% below the average refund rate for the industry, even though we offer everyone 30 days money back guarantee for our programs. It just proves we have created the best of the best systems. And right now, until the end of today, it is all at a major discount. So check it out. It could literally change your life. Links in the description below.
For my
I hope
problem.
so. Let's find out.
That's why you said you have different
Fourth
options.
question, putting moving expenses on a credit card. Why?
It depends on the moving situation. If it's like something serious, absolutely. If it's like a serious like roommate situation, you know, like I had to do that recently last year.
Well,
so
let's hear what you consider serious. Because if someone's in a domestic abuse situation, put the on a credit card.
Yeah, like just like toxic,
See, that's different. That is very different.
Yeah.
A toxic situation to you, who again, you aren't able to do something slightly inconvenient, but you're able to go do everything you want that requires work. So, yeah, what was toxic to you?
So the relationship
Because I feel like your level of toxicity is like.
No, the girl that I live with, me and her were just very vastly different with our lives and our lifestyles, and she just wanted silence, and I like music and whatnot, and like so I always try to keep the peace, but I felt like I lived in a like I was in a shell. It was stupid.
Emergency move, lady.
But then we got into
I can listen to music. Oh, what the world am I living in right now?
There's more to it.
Someone nuke Clearwater.
I wish. No, so it got worse and worse, and then it kind of had a blowout moment after like 4 years of living together because...
Yeah, congratulations, you had an argument. I've had arguments with roommates too, and guess what? One of them is still my best friend, and I heard to be my number 2
It might have been more physical. So, so I had to get out of that situation, I did.
You have to get out of it if it's like an endless thing. If you guys blew up and you guys put yourself to that limit, that is a different story. You're humans. Humans sometimes get pushed to that limit, and it fucking sucks. And I'm not saying it, but if you went at her, she went at you, that is not a great situation. That doesn't mean it is a reoccurring thing. That is like a fucking, it sounds like you guys push yourself to the limits. You're a fucking adults. Listen, if everyone quit their jobs when they got on a spat, every dude that worked on the line just 50 years ago, none of them would be working there, okay? Because everyone gets pushed to the limit at some point. We live very cushy lives now. So it's like, something like that is very dramatic, and I get it, but it's not like you walked in and she was fucking beating you every day, was it? No, you guys just pushed yourself to the limits, and you backed off, and you guys should have kept your separate spaces, and then we have more adult conversations. That doesn't mean it's a credit card situation.
I wish. She was just, like, our walls were touching with the bedrooms. We had a separate floor plan.
Not living with someone who's not an emergency.
It was just a toxic situation with her. So
but again, your level of toxic is you are pretending like it is something more dramatic than it is. I'm not saying you shouldn't move. I'm saying you're making it sound like it was a domestic abuse situation, and it's that level of critical move. No, it wasn't.
No,
you were two people that lived together. You pushed each other's buttons so much that you got physical and she got physical, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So no, off.
So why would you want to live in that situation and live like a hermit? So that's why.
But it is not equal to a situation where the building is going to collapse. You are this is the nuance level that the internet has completely lost. Everything is immediate code red. Boom, boom, boom. The world's going crazy. Someone, I don't know. Lindsay says like fucking the word or something, and people act like she just went on a mass genocide. Yeah. Like there's no nuance on the internet anymore. Like everything immediately goes to level 10. Everything's an emergency. That's not an emergency. Did you move out the next day?
No, it was about a month later.
There we go. So you were able to survive for a month without
getting I had to find a place and have it ready and everything.
Yeah, but you were able to survive a month without all of a sudden you stabbing her in the neck.
I was scared that was going to happen to me in my sleep.
No, you weren't, though.
You
was. Probably were because, again, you push everything to level 10.
Yeah, because
if I talked to her right now, what would she say?
That we were both crazy.
Yes.
But she was the...
And I've had crazy moments with people. We all have. I'm not trying to say you shouldn't live there.
Yeah.
You should have gotten a new place, yes. But that is not a nuclear level emergency.
I felt like it would have escalated to a point of...
Maybe. Maybe. I'm just pushing back only because I just know where our culture is right now and how people get there and how you have defined every conversation so far of like going to school. We can't do, even though it's slightly inconvenient, but we're not willing to face that slightly inconvenience, but the slight inconvenience of traveling and having to budget for a concert all the way out in Austin from Florida, you're able to do. So it's obviously the choices. You used it as a way to get yourself your own apartment. I mean, I think I'm reading the situation correctly. I'm going to get a little pushback, and that's okay because, some people have had different experiences, and that's fine. We can agree to disagree. But just based on the conversation I had with you, like, I don't want to lock you in a box, but I know how your worldview works, if we're being completely honest.
Could you explain that to me?
I just did for like 10 minutes.
Can you sum it up a little shorter?
anything that is slightly inconvenient to you is a no-go, but if something is inconvenient that you want to do is a total go. You limit yourself in this world in every instance whatsoever, and you blame your mental health for it, and you sit there and you think about your mental health forever, and you let it define your entire life, and you fall down these rabbit holes, and guess what? Every little thing that is slightly bad in this world, and don't get me wrong, having a physical altercation is bad, but everything you do, it immediately goes to level 10. Boom, it is the worst thing. We must figure out something crazy. We must go to the most insane levels necessary in our life in order to get out of that, because everything is a level 10 bad. We're going to a class on Monday. I'm anxious, level 10 bad. It is everything gets there. And people in that worldview never get anywhere. They live a very unhealthy life. They have no nuance. It's not good.
Yeah. So I went back to school last semester and I failed 2 of the 3 classes, and then I had
but
to get...
But I bet you still went to raves.
I did.
I bet you still went to raves.
I did.
Yeah, so no sympathy.
Yeah, because the online thing doesn't help me out a lot. I have to be like in person.
I bet it doesn't. I'm better in person too.
Yeah.
Since I know that, I do it like an adult.
Yeah,
If you're able to go to raves and travel everywhere and f*** around endlessly, then you can go to a classroom. You already have ADA accommodations, okay?
Yeah.
Okay? You have...
I had to file appeals.
We've put things in measure for you. Take advantage of them.
Yeah. I tried. So I requested the accommodations, and then I was able to get them. So I was able to pass one of the classes online. The other 2, I failed. That was the second time I took those.
Don't go into a class until you know what the accommodations might be.
Yeah.
Sit down with an advisor. There are people willing to help in every instance in life.
I did. I have my accommodation letters and everything. So what happened was, so since I failed, I had to file an appeal with the school to take the class for the 3rd time for 2 of the classes because I failed them twice because I'm not great at math and things like that. And I'm not, so that's a big thing as well. Math is very, very difficult for me, as you can see.
This isn't math, this is behavior. Buying a great outfit for a festival on a credit card.
I've done it.
But we can't go to a classroom. Great.
It's just for summer classes.
Who hit who first? Be honest with me. Who hit who first?
Oh, she did. She pushed me, and then I had to...
Pushed is different. Who hit who first?
Me. It was in the face shove.
Yes, if you guys are in each other's faces, someone might naturally push. And then you were physical first.
My natural reaction is...
So now I have, this is even level 10 has, what I thought was a level 7, you thought was a level 10 is now down to a level 5 because you were the one who went crazy.
She's the one that went crazy first and touched me first.
You were in her face, and so she pushed you out of her face.
No, she came into my face and shoved me.
And I'm sure you got closer. Listen, I don't know.
Of course, because I made contact.
2 sides of every story.
Absolutely.
If I call her, what will she say about that exact question?
I don't know what her perception of that would have been, but she did that. But she said she probably would have been like, I pushed her back and she took it the wrong way. But you don't put your hands on nobody. You don't touch anybody. I come from the hood.
On her.
I come from the hood side, so I can't.
You come from the hood, says grandma. Okay.
Well, I come from Broward County, Florida, so I just...
It means nothing to me. What's your financial score 0 to 10? 10 being absolutely incredible, 0 being the worst of the worst.
I would say about a 2.
Okay. If you want your Hammer financial score, take the assessment, see where you stand in the world of finances. Go to calebhammer.com or click the link in the description below. You can also go to calebhammer.com/apply and come on this show. We'd be happy to have you here in Austin, Texas, but only if you don't shove me if we get in each other's faces. And if you don't want to be like a guest on the show, all you have to do is download my budgeting app. Just do that. Sign up for the annual version. I'll send you the cookbook and the notebook that can't be purchased anywhere else. I'll sign it personally and mail it directly to you. We're going to start with PayPal. Chunky balance for someone making $20 an hour. This is your entire monthly income is this balance. In fact, it's actually higher. So what's going on with this? Because we're talking $2,855.26. What is going on?
There was a lot going on with that PayPal card.
What? I have a note saying you told Lindsay you're a sleep shopper. What the does that even mean?
So what?
Never heard of this in my life.
Okay, so what happens is I have insomnia, so I take sleeping medication from my doctor.
Oh my
Here's your pen back. So since that happens when I take it, sometimes I will go to sleep and I will wake up and get on my phone and go on like Amazon or something that I will need in my shopping cart, and I will purchase it. And then I'll sometimes I catch myself.
What should you do?
What?
What should you do?
Discuss it with my physician.
What should you do?
Discuss it with my physician.
What should you do? Keep trying. You're almost there.
Return the stuff that I buy.
What should you do?
Stop taking the medication?
No. The return's a pretty good answer, but that's not the true answer. What should you do?
Keep my phone somewhere not next to my bed.
It's also a good answer, but it's not the literal easiest answer in the world. What should you do?
Can you answer it for me? I don't know.
What should you do? See if you can get there.
Delete the apps off my phone.
Oh! Wow, this is crazy! Oh my goodness, a reoccurring occurrence where we can't stop purchasing things in the middle of the night? Yeah, f***ing delete it, you dumb tit! What do you think you should do? This is basic. This is crazy. What the f***? That took me 2 seconds. How the f*** are you not deleting the app if this is an issue? If you do it one time, delete it! This is simple!
Because I pay for Amazon Prime.
Yeah, f*** you! You continue doing this thing in the middle of the night. Delete it!
Yeah.
Purchase only when you get on your computer in the living room.
I don't have a computer.
Okay, sure, we live in the Stone Age. How are you doing remote classes then?
The school was going to provide me a laptop, and they didn't have one ready when the classes started as well. So on Monday when class started, I didn't have a laptop either. So they were going to provide one.
Is that ADA?
So with this school, they have a program for the laptops, and I had to. And I kind of signed up for classes last minute. It was
you can use student loans to get a laptop, and I actually relatively support that as long as you're not using it as an excuse to get a laptop more than you need.
Oh, I didn't know you could get a laptop with your student. I thought it was just for books.
It's, I believe, for basically most things school-wise.
Oh, okay.
And people go and get cars you're not supposed to, and that's actually against the rules. Ever feel like running a business right now is just chaos? Tariffs are changing weekly. Supply chains are basically held together with duct tape. And cash flow? Yeah, tighter than any grocery budget back in college. And if your business isn't adapting in real time, you're in trouble. That's why you need full visibility on everything. I'm talking global shipments, tariffs, cash flow, all of it. And that's what NetSuite by Oracle delivers. It is the #1 AI-powered business management suite trusted by over 41,000 businesses. NetSuite is the #1 cloud ERP that puts your accounting, finances, inventory, even HR all in one place. There's no more Frankenstein spreadsheets or digging through different systems. Just one suite, one source of truth. Real-time forecasting powered by AI that doesn't just tell you what happened, it shows you what's coming. And if I ran a company at this scale, this is the system I'd use. So if your business pulls in 7 figures or more, download NetSuite's free ebook, Navigating Global Trade, 3 Insights for Leaders at netsuite.com/hammer. That is netsuite.com/hammer. Tame the chaos with NetSuite. Let's get back to the show. You know me, I'm always preaching about new ways to make money. So here's the twist. High Level isn't just the platform you use. You can white label it and sell it as your own software. And that means your brand, your pricing, and monthly checks from your clients. Think Netflix, but you're the one billing them every month for marketing tools. And the best part, you don't have to code a single line. High Level built the engine. You just slap on your logo and onboard businesses that need funnels, email campaigns, texting, scheduling, and the whole shebang. Some companies even have scaled to thousands of subscribers, earning 5 to 6 figures monthly. That's a serious revenue generator. And if you just want to use High Level for your own brand, go for it. Either way, I got you a 30-day free trial so you can see if this SaaS hustle is your next big move. Hit that link below or scan the QR code now and start stacking that reoccurring revenue.
They had cars. Oh, mine was.
Do people do?
Yeah, my line of credit for the books is like $800 or something with this school. So it's like, yeah.
Delete the fucking app and download it when you need to get something. This is basic. And yes, return every item. And yes, put the phone in the other room. This is basic. Literally use any second of thought. If you have done something, figure out what you need to do to make sure it doesn't happen again. But instead you just give up and you're just like, no, let's just let it happen again. What the kind of life is that?
Yeah.
Again, it's slightly hard, so we're just not going to do it. That's how you live.
Yeah.
Slightly hard to re-download an app, so that's how you live.
I just didn't have that thought until you just brought it up to me.
You don't have any thought, apparently, because you're not willing to problem solve for anything, because slightly thinking about something is slightly inconvenient, and if it's slightly inconvenient for you, your mental health gets in the way.
Well, yeah, I got a lot of subpoints. So I have subpoints when I think. So you might think from point A to B, but I have point A to B, or C, but then I need like A, B, C, D, E.
But you see how you're thinking about this? And even though that is probably technically correct, because you are willing to only think about this forever, you will not let yourself get out of that. You immediately say, I can't do something because this is what happens with people who have similar mental health things to me. You have prevented yourself. You've built walls.
Yeah.
Other people who actually make progress and go beyond actually try to push themselves. You immediately tell yourself that you can't.
I have, as you can tell, I've gotten a degree. I've tried to go back to school a few times. It's just
We're literally talking about deleting a fucking app, lady.
Yeah.
Deleting a fucking app or putting a phone in a different room.
Mm-hmm. I live in a studio.
I'm not talking about getting a degree anymore. Yeah, put it in a kitchen cabinet.
Yeah. I definitely need to.
See how I can problem solve in a half a second because I actually think instead of immediately saying I can't do something?
I wear earplugs at night, and then so how am I supposed to hear it in the kitchen cabinet?
Hear what?
My alarm for work.
Then delete the app or return the packages. These are so many simple things. Your reasons are I can't do anything, and that's the end of the story. Unless it's finding a way to get to a rave. And as we found out, if there are obstacles, we choose FOMO every time. See, and that is what that game proved. If there's something you want to do, you're willing to do the hard thing to get there. But if there's something slightly inconvenient that you don't want to do, oh no, our mental health prevents us. And here's blah, blah, blah reason why that I found online.
I didn't find anything online. I don't even have TikTok. That's why I said you keep referring to these like social media apps, and I'm just like, I found.
Well, this is where a lot of the mindset is.
Oh, okay. See, my mindset's not there.
Well, no, it is, but you just somehow didn't go down the rabbit hole.
Oh, thank goodness.
Your therapist probably you probably have a therapist that like fully enables everything. Which they exist, unfortunately. There are a decent percentage of them.
Yeah.
They coddle.
Yeah, no, they're just like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't even know. I need help. And that's why I'm here.
I agree. But again, you're not willing to do anything that isn't something you want to do.
I think maybe having other options available.
No, it's options that you want. And you're using your mental health as an excuse for that. If it's not an option that you want that is slightly more convenient to you, you won't do it.
It's not just mental health. It's just impulsivity as well. Like I get a lot of FOMO.
Yeah, but you're gonna say your mental health is gonna. You're gonna say your impulsivity is about mental health.
No, it's about FOMO. It's like I see them all going, and then it makes me want to go. They don't try to convince me. I convince myself, even though I told myself no. Then I get the ticket at the last minute, and the ticket costs more than if I got pre-sales. So, if I get pre-sales, then it's way cheaper. It's $15 compared to the $30 I just paid to get into a show. Yeah, you see the videos, and then it's like, oh, I wish I was there. And then I'm like, hey, I could be there in about 20 minutes.
I don't wish I was here.
Oh, I'm glad I'm here.
Okay. How long does this take to pay off? If you don't make any purchases and you pay your minimum monthly payment, which, congratulations, you pay your minimum monthly payment, but you purchase. So if you didn't purchase and you paid your minimum monthly payment, how long does this take to pay off?
I would say maybe like a few months.
14 years.
Where's that math at? Where's the 14 years?
Well, if you only do your minimum monthly payment with the interest accruing and not purchasing anything, you'll pay a total of $8,500, and that takes 14 years.
So
Go on.
I feel like if you pay maybe like $5 extra more than the minimum, does that maybe lower it down even?
Yes, but I asked if you only did your minimum payment, which is what you do, but without purchasing, which you don't do, because all you do is purchase.
I do. Especially during sleep time.
The minimum payment is $101 during summertime? Is that what you said?
No, especially during sleep time.
Return it, you
Yeah. I do sometimes. I will admit it.
Thing?
So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Pull up your damn Amazon. Pull it up. Pull up your fucking Amazon.
Okay.
And I need to clarify. I need to extra clarify for the audience and for you.
I actually have to type.
I'm glad you're talking while I'm typing, so you can tell me that you have to type things in. I have to clarify for you guys. I deeply respect mental health. I give every guest that comes on this show free therapy sessions if they take it. Okay? And that is thanks to Sondermine, who's a supporter of this channel, who I recommend that the audience signs up for as well, and I use them.
Like my orders? Or
I will do it. I am talking right now.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
I recommend people go to therapy. I respect diagnoses. Now, a lot of people self-diagnose a lot. I have diagnosed. I have a panic disorder, and it absolutely sucks. I do have anxiety. I get it. Depression's very real. ADHD is very real. There are a lot of real things. I am pushing back because of the clear examples that are being shown that when there is something, again, slightly inconvenient that she wants to do, she will do whatever it takes to do it. But if there's something slightly inconvenient that is not the way she wants to do it, mental health is the reason she cannot do it. If you get stuck in this worldview, you will never go anywhere, and that is why I'm pushing back. The toxic thing, once we went deeper into it, wasn't as toxic as we thought. There was a physical altercation. People have physical altercations when they push themselves to the limit. I'm not saying it is a healthy thing. I'm not saying it is a good thing. But I am saying that clearly she pushed you when you got closer to her, when she got in your face. Okay, that sucks. But you went back and attacked her. You were the attacker. So let's not say that you were in the situation. You put yourself in the situation a bit more. You could have walked away. This was a situation where you guys were immediately arguing. It's just the view where we put our boundaries. Not every boundary is respectable. I'm going to be completely honest. Mm-hmm. And that is, there are going to be some really angry TikTokers out there seeing this clip. But f*** you, honestly, because if you put a dumb boundary, I'm not going to respect it. No, this is stupid. You've put up barriers when it comes to things you don't want to do. And you've used mental health, and you've really fallen in the rabbit hole of learning everything you can about it so you can use talking points and so that you can tell yourself why you can't do something, but then you'll go do the things you want to do. And then you'll immediately say it's a level 10 thing because you attack someone so that you can play your music.
Don't touch me first. I think she learned that. You don't touch people.
So I respect it, and obviously she should have moved out. But again, she is making it sound like it was a domestic abuse situation, of which it was not. There are different levels, there are nuances, and there are nuances in every piece of the conversation. Even if TikTok, Reddit, and Twitter is not willing to actually have levels and nuances, I will. So f*** off. We're allowed to have adult conversations in 2025. All right. Amazon. What is this, a sippy cup? Professional makeup fat oil.
It's lip oil, so my lips don't get chapped from the Florida sun.
We don't use chapstick in Florida? Okay.
We do.
I don't know what this is either.
Wet wipes.
Okay, we got a dirty asshole, got it.
Nasal spray.
Nasal spray. Not horribly against that. Definitely against this shirt that you probably bought in the middle of the night. You got the beach wear.
It's actually behind me. I bought it for the show.
And then she doesn't wear it. And then some beach wear. Fucking pre-made Stargic espresso and cream bowl. Make your own damn coffee. Toilet paper, I'm okay with that. Comfort Plus, I'd rather, more so go with, Comfort Plus is probably good. I don't do Scott. What do we do here?
I usually
Charmin Ultra Soft. That's what we do. And
I usually do Angel Soft, but then it was on sale with the Scott, so I just bought it because I was like,
we've gone way too far into that. We got more beach wear, which we refuse to, I guess, wear more than once. We got some butt lift stretch denim jeans. Okay, so she don't have it. We've learned, everyone.
Yep.
Thank goodness. I'm glad we know this information, but we do know it's dirty. Box 3 compartment medicine pill. Yeah, probably need a lot of those. I get it. Mm-hmm. 4.5 mini makeup bag.
To bring on this trip.
We did not ask for it. You did that. Again, you're using it as an excuse. Travel bag. We did not ask for it. You're doing it. Small makeup bag. We did not ask for it. You did it. TSA approved toiletry bag. We did not ask for it. You did it. You got an identical repeat, just red of an outfit. Okay, I'm good with that gain thing. Makeup remover, absolutely. Sure, that's fine. Molecules, niacetylene serum. Come on. I don't know. I get it, but just look at the spending that we've done just in less than a month. Febreze plug air freshener, getting these endless bodysuits. Your bodysuit, this is that one, I think. You're getting them.
It is.
Sexy top thong bodysuit.
Yeah, so I could cover up my stomach and everything.
And she got a red version, and then she got quick flash 400 one-time use cameras. This is just, I don't know, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. You get so many different versions of the same fucking clothes, and you just get them every week. 14 years to pay off, endless interest. This is stupid. And yes, it's an Amazon purchase, not a surprise. Interest this year so far, $286 on one card. It's at a 30.99% interest rate.
39?
30.99, so 31%. It does not make it better. I mean, I guess it technically does, but that does not make it good.
Yeah, I thought you said 39.
It doesn't make it good.
No, not at all.
Return all that Return it all. That jacket doesn't matter. It's fucking Texas. It's 90 billion degrees out. Return it. Florida's also hot. Return it.
I washed it already.
It's Amazon.
Oh. I didn't.
Fucking daddy bases don't care. Maybe they do now. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I know they.
I don't care. Return everything.
Okay.
Delete the damn app. You probably shouldn't have it anyway. Go to the grocery store. Go to the grocery store.
I get Walmart Plus delivered.
Okay, go to the grocery store. I'm sure you get anxious in the aisles, but guess what? You're in fucking raves. So you are doing that to yourself.
Yep.
You are choosing at this point. And it's stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. City Double Cash. I like this card. I use this card. I have this card. You are obviously not a credit card person because you're not using it great.
Yeah, I got that one for the perks, and I also spent...
Great. Our perk is accruing $50 in interest a month. What perks are you using? Oh, great. We're also purchasing it on a card. Oh, great. It's maxed out. It's over limit by $49.27, but we're purchasing on it. What are you doing? What a dumb. That's so stupid. What is going on with this?
I think I make the minimum monthly payment on it, and then what comes back with the interest is more.
Yes, but because you're purchasing. It's only because you're purchasing. What? I'm not going to let you use that excuse. No, if you're making your minimum monthly payment and interest accrued, you would not be going over the limit. It would go down slightly. Not a lot, but it would go down slightly. However, you are purchasing after you make your minimum monthly payment, but you're purchasing, and then interest hits, and then boom, it's over. It's over! 9 years to pay off if you don't purchase, but you're incapable of that. So what the is going on here, huh? What are you doing? What are you purchasing on? What do you think you're purchasing on? Let's see. I don't know. I'm going to find out, so you better not lie.
Nope, that one I'm pretty sure was a festival as well on most of that. And a trip.
A trip?
To Sedona.
What the is that?
Arizona.
for
Sedona,
the
Arizona.
cacti?
For peace.
Go to the beach.
I just did. I'm sunburned.
No, you're not.
Well, it don't look like it right now, but I am. I'm peeling. Yeah, so I went to Sedona because I know it's a big...
Peace?
Like they have energy vortexes and whatnot, and I did a lot of hiking. Yeah, a lot of energy vortexes and whatnot at the cathedrals.
Oh,
and
sake,
you do a lot of...
Who am I talking to? You're a
hippie
creature.
raver chick.
No, I mean, if we're bringing up energy vortexes, I can't respect your line of thought.
And then sometimes I will do a payment plan for a festival, and then I'll just stop paying on it.
Yeah, and sometimes you go to energy vortexes. Let's not move past that. That's the most dumb thing I've ever heard in my life. You know an energy vortex? It's
like the Earth's magnetic.
Yeah, now that's actually real.
Yeah, that's
now what the are you talking about?
Energy vortexes are at in Arizona at these different places.
Guys, the polls are in Arizona now.
No, I have a video of me at one, and it says the cathedral vortex. I have proof.
That means nothing.
And then ATVing in the mountains, and then in the desert.
That means they want you to go there, lady.
Hiking's free there, so I don't understand.
But you had to pay to go there, and you spent money while you were there on food and accommodations.
Yeah, we flew into Las Vegas and drove.
What do you think tourism is?
Yeah, because I was trying to visit the national parks, and
but you went for peace.
Yeah, because like hiking and out in nature.
Hey, f*** you, peace. You spend 45% of your income on rent. You don't have peace. You don't have peace until you solve that equation.
Yeah.
There is no peace to be found. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, when 45% of your money goes to rent, there is no peace. You don't solve that until you go to school and get a better job, or just go get a better job working at an office and change your careers, or fucking go out and don't spend money on delivery, or fucking don't go on these vacations, or fucking work a second job, or do any of the basic bare budget minimums. You don't have peace until you solve this issue. No matter where you go, a vortex is not going to solve that.
Yeah.
Not a vortex in this world will solve your 45% income going to rent. So don't vortex me. F your vortex. Your vortex is bullshit.
I live for experience.
You live for 45% of your money going to rent is actually what you live for. In fact, you literally live to go to work because you have no other choice, because you've been done with your entire spending, life, debt, existence.
No,
Yes.
I just don't think
That
I
is what
put the
math
tools that
suggests.
I have.
Tools? F your tools. What tools? You don't have a tool. Your only tool is a vortex, and it's bullshit.
You're not wrong, but at the same time, you're not right.
What?
Because I feel like I can. What am I trying to say?
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to word it correctly.
What's the vortex in you saying?
I feel like sometimes I'll pay for go on a payment plan for a festival, so it's more affordable. But then I'll
It's not more affordable.
No, well, because I don't have to pay the lump sum and put it on a credit card.
It's more affordable when
but
you
then
have
I'll start paying on it if I know I can't afford it.
When you have more monthly payments, your life's not more affordable. Again, 45% of your money is going to rent.
Yeah.
Adding an additional minimum monthly payment is not affordable.
Yeah, but then I'll stop paying on it after 1 or 2 payments because I realize I won't be able to travel and afford it, so I'll just completely stop paying on it. So it's another oops. I have the enthusiasm, and then I
you have
lose
$0 retirement at 34. Whoops.
Yeah.
Sedona. You have $0 in retirement. You're not going to be able to survive. You're not able to go outside. You're going to need retirement. Sedona. The only vortex you'll be seeing are the fucking swirly things going down the drain in a Walmart bathroom that you're cleaning at 80 because you can't afford rent. That's your vortex.
Well, hopefully.
Because you aren't prepping for anything. You'd rather fuck around.
Well, you fuck around and find out, right?
And you found out.
A hard way, yeah. Like my mom says. I always find out the hard way.
Your mom invented that?
No, she just said I'm hard-headed. I learned the hard way. She's like, no matter what advice she gives me.
Yeah, you don't learn though. You see the hard and then you keep going.
Yeah, and then
you're going in raw.
Yeah, but then once it gets to rock bottom, that's when I'm like, okay.
No, you've been at rock bottom. You've been at rock bottom.
I've pulled out and now I got back in. I jumped right back in.
No, you're at rock bottom. And then somehow you just put on creative mode and dig through. You just go further.
Yeah. I've gotten myself out of debt twice and then I jumped right back in.
Yeah, but now you can't get back out because you've moved to a situation that you cannot afford. It is a different situation. The math no longer works. It is not different. It is not a copy and paste. What? Your mom will give you money when you're out of money before payday. So somehow, even though mama does support us, you're still f***ing it all up. How? With a support system like that where she honestly, let's be honest, enables you. But whatever.
Yeah, it's $50 to $100.
You still fuck it over?
It's not. And I pay her back.
So you're in a debt cycle to your mom?
No. Obviously. Once in a blue moon, she'll help me.
Yeah, but then you pay her back the next month, but then you don't have enough money at the end of the month, so you have to take it again.
No.
What the f*** are you saying?
No, just sometimes when I overspend.
Overspend, so mama is enabling your overspending.
Yeah. In a way.
Yes.
Yes.
You're 34.
But
grown-ass woman.
When I say, could I have $50 for gas money, but then I'll pay her
You're
back when I get paid.
You're a 34-year-old grown-ass woman. You're asking your mom for gas money.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you can go to a festival.
No.
Yes, because you spent your festival money, which is why you don't have enough money for gas, which means because you wanted to go to a festival.
Yeah. And it's not every week or every month I ask her. It's every few months, maybe.
At 34, as a grown-ass woman.
Yep.
Hey, quick question. How many jobs have you had since college? 2? 5? More? Every single one of those could have left you with an old 401k that is floating around in the void. And guess what? 25% of all 401k assets get lost or forgotten. And that is not just lunch money. That is your retirement. Rolling over your 401k sounds easy until you try it. Tracking down your old provider, calling your former employer, maybe even fixing stuff. Maybe even faxing stuff. In 2025, Capitalize skips all of that nonsense. They're a concierge platform that helps you find your old 401k, helps you open or connect an IRA of your choice, and handles the full rollover for you. Boom! Retirement savings reclaimed. If you've ever changed jobs and didn't move your retirement account, go to highcapitalize.com/Caleb and roll it over today. Links are also in the description. Big thanks to Capitalize for sponsoring. Let's get back to the show.
I'm just glad that I have my mom.
I would be too. It is disgusting what you are doing to her.
But
as a 34-year-old grown-ass woman.
It's not like I'm taking the money and not like stealing it or
you
not
don't
giving
know.
it back to her.
Again, now this is not a copy and paste situation. Just like any time you run up a credit card and pay it off every month, all of a sudden we end up in a situation where, boom, credit card's maxed out. You have been able to pay back your mom so far. Now 45% of your money goes to your rent. What happens when you can't?
It hasn't happened yet.
Yes, you are in a different situation. It is not copy and paste.
Yeah.
Just because something has doesn't mean it will.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I said it hasn't yet. So
great. Okay. Well, yep. Tickets and then Amazon. Great.
Yeah.
$203 on this card alone. So basically, at $500 in interest, 2 cards that we've looked at. Listen, it's not perfect, but if you can't get through college, I'll gift you a course career certification. Get that certification, boost your income at least. That's great for just resume support and getting into a new career field. I'll at least do that.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can.
Yeah, but just it's on you to complete it. Okay, Chase Amazon card. So great. Yeah, you spent on Amazon on the PayPal and on the Citi. So now we have an Amazon card as well. $2,135.64. 10 years to pay this one off. We purchased again on a card that is now over maxed out. It is over maxed out, lady. It is fucking, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Nonsense.
Yeah, you were over the limit on the first card by $560.
Over? What?
Yes, you were over the fucking limit on the first card, the PayPal card. By $560. I didn't even see that. And now I realize that the 2 cards in a row being over the limit, I should probably look back. Guess what? All 3 cards are over the fucking limit, yet you purchase on. And no, your mental health does not make you do that.
$560.
Yes!
I feel like I need to pull that up.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the text is hard to see. Maybe it's $56. It's hard to see. It looks like $560.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that
it doesn't matter. You're over on both. Who gives a
That just startled me. Sorry. I was just like, wait. I haven't seen that before.
It's a disaster. Stop. Amazon. Bullshit. Over the limit. Bullshit. $2,135.64. Bullshit. 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 Hey. Bullshit. $71 minimum payment. Purchasing. Interest accruing. So stupid. And then it's Amazon and Amazon. $200 this one. $200 this one. Okay, the PayPal, because it's hard to read, unfortunately, is $55.26 over.
Okay. That scared me from like...
The 26 combined looked like a 0.
I know it doesn't make it better, but at the same time...
No, it doesn't. You're over on the 3 that we've talked about. Yeah. We talked about 3, and you're over all 3.
Yeah.
It's not a single good thing to be seen. It's an additional $200. An additional $200. An additional $200. What a joke.
I also put on clown makeup and won my alone time.
Venture card. It's over the fucking limit.
It is.
It's over the
It's like my baby credit card, too.
Your baby credit card? What is that?
It has the lowest limit. It's like the newest one. Not like...
Mom, stop supporting her. She needs to she needs to get evicted and find out the hard way. $1,024.19. She needs to figure out that she can put in a little bit of work for things that is slightly inconvenient and hard for her instead of just putting in work for things that she wants.
My rent has never been late. Ever.
Mom supports you. You put all your money on credit cards and now they're over maxed out. So guess what? In order to live the lifestyle you want to live, you're not going to be able to put them on credit cards anymore. Rent might be late. And it's also not copy and paste. You've only been in there for a little bit and now it's 45% of your income. Stop saying that because things happen, they will be. It is a different situation. It is getting worse. You have gone beyond bedrock.
I heard it's nice there.
Where?
Bedrock. Where Fred Flintstone lives. In the Stone Ages. Never mind, no pun intended.
No pun given. $1,024.19, a limit of $1,000, minimum monthly payment $34. At least no purchases on this one, but you couldn't. I mean, you started over the limit, so you literally couldn't. It wasn't via your choice or behavior change. It was you being unable to.
Well, I've also locked that card too.
Well, thank.
Yeah, I locked that one.
Why this one and not the other three that you're fucking over?
Because, the debt snowball effect, like with the minimum, start with the smallest.
Oh, David, listen, David!
I try, so I locked it, so I can't do any more damage.
But you did one out of the
yeah, I know.
But okay, yeah, maybe we should have listened to the other DVDs.
I should have.
Because it also says don't spend on the other credit cards. Don't spend on the other credit cards. You're not gonna see the inside of a restaurant unless you're working there.
It's like a perfect representation of him.
My wife is probably my sister. Don't know that one for a fact. I'm just going based on the accent.
You never know. It's 2025.
Whoa, we're fucking sisters in 2025?
I don't know. Not me, but Dave might.
David, I'm sorry.
Me too.
7 years to just pay this one off. It's $1,000 and it takes 7 years. $1,000 and it takes 7 years. You'll be in your 40s. Still $0, still paying off credit cards. $0 in our retirement, still paying off credit cards. 7 years for $1,000. Mm-hmm. That's ridiculous. That is beyond.
Yeah.
That is beyond. Mm-hmm. $95 of interest accrued this year so far on here. 29% interest rate. That is beyond. I don't understand. This is the 5th credit card and you're over the limit. You've been over 5. 5 out of 5 you've been over. Yeah. I don't know how many there are, but 5 out of 5 you've been over. What a fucking joke. What a joke. What a joke.
Yeah, that one is also my oldest one, so I didn't want to close it when I paid it off completely before, and then I spent all of it when they upgraded my...
$1,111.20. What?
When they said I could spend more on it, what is... Huh. And then I was like,
$37 minimum monthly payment. Yeah. Interest accruing. Didn't purchase, because you can't. 8 years to pay off. Even further in our 40s, paying off credit cards, $0 in retirement. Yeah. Less than 10 years to go before you can pull from your retirement tax advantage accounts $0. So what did you put on this?
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
29% interest, $100. $100 this year so far.
I was gonna say I don't think I've been using that one that much as well, because it's like I said, it was my oldest one, and they raised my credit limit, and that's when I ended up spending and maxing it out.
What the f*** is this possibly? I see a 35.77% interest rate. What the f*** is this possibly?
30
what the f*** is this possibly? It is a 35.77% interest rate.
That was my first credit card. Wait. Oh,
it's a loan.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
Amount paid to Golden Globe Medical Spa?
Yep.
Spa?
Yep.
What the is this? Tell me!
It's for my face. As you could see, I have some makeup on, but there's some issues with my face that I need to get fixed. And
what's broken?
And
what is a spa doing to fix it?
Well, it's like aesthetics, like microneedling or stuff like that nature.
What's wrong? Is it just a dry face?
Well, I have like eczema and things of that nature, but I also
so we're trying to fix it, or we're going to a spa for 30.
The sun damage and other things of that nature.
Sunscreen, lady.
Well, when there's sun damage already, the sunscreen doesn't fix that.
Why weren't you wearing sunscreen to begin with?
I did. I just forget to reapply sometimes.
You can't. You live in Florida. This is basic research. So now you have a 35.77% interest loan?
Yep.
That's fucking dumb. It's dumb. This is so stupid. Spa. Photofacials and Botox, they're saying.
Yeah. So the photofacials for the sun damage.
And Botox?
It was for the you got me fucked up lines. The year 11s. I look at people like this all the time because they got me fucked up, like how I have you fucked up right now.
Oh, that is your choice. That is a fucking want.
It's just my
expression.
expression.
Full want. That is a full want.
It was.
It has nothing to do with anything that has happened, so fuck you.
It was.
When you explained this at the beginning, you did not say that you got a want injected into you.
Well, the Botox was different. That was a different loan.
Oh, it's a different fucking loan. Oh my So spa loan is $770.88. $128 payment. So stupid. Going to the spa for 35.77%. I haven't heard of that before. That's a new level of new level of just dumb. Oh, good. You opted into a $75 6-month, $75 a month membership.
Yeah, to get that price for the.
Oh, thank goodness.
To get the price for everything to get lowered, if you sign up for a membership, you get it cheaper. But that $75 I can use for anything at the end of the 6 months.
You should spend more money. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Wonderful idea.
It was impulsive.
You should get a membership to spend more money. That sounds fantastic. Greatest choice we've ever made in our life.
That probably was, yes.
Oh, so here it is. It's even higher! 35.96% interest rate. This is the Botox? Is this the Botox?
How much is that one?
Oh, $318.
Yeah.
Fucking Botox. David doesn't suggest that either, lady. I didn't hear him say that in the DVDs. And guess what? It's not because he was in real estate debt and went through bankruptcy. $318.16, 35.96% interest rate on Botox. Minimum monthly payment, $17.7. Moronic.
It made me look it for a little bit.
You look your age.
I do now. It starts wearing off now, and now they're coming back.
It's not funny.
I'm not.
It's a 36%
I was just trying to show you
rate.
what I did.
Oh, it's a 36-point dumb, stupid, moronic fucking interest rate of idiocy.
Yeah, that definitely was a choice.
Yeah, that definitely was a choice that you made, and then. But guys, the slightly inconvenient things that we don't want to do, we can't do it because. Suncoast Credit Union, what's this?
My car loan.
Oh, it's at $15,052. Okay. 10.25% interest rate. That is not good.
It's because where my credit was at when I applied for the loan.
Yeah, I'm sure your credit's not great now.
Not anymore. It was when I applied for
Minimum
that.
monthly payment, $284.85. What is the car?
I have a white Mazda CX-5. It's a 2017.
What's it worth?
I paid $15K for it.
You paid $15, but your loan is over $15? When'd you get it?
In September.
You paid $15, but your current loan is over $15,000.
No, what? No.
It's at $15,052.
$15,000.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
No.
hold on.
No, this is your acceptance.
I
don't even know, but I'm going to keep it there either way.
Yeah, so,
regardless, it's worth $13.
Okay, so like I originally, so the loan itself was 15.
Yes, 15.
And then
52.
yeah, and that's what I paid for the car. I brought it there with my piece of crap car that was about to fail. It was a 2005 Hyundai Elantra that had.
Okay.
So I got a new car.
Okay. It's worth 13.
Okay, that's how much I about owe
Is it
on
a
it
disgusting interest rate?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to refinance once I get a little bit better credit. Yeah, and as well, I really need to get the brakes changed on it because when I first got the car, they gave me the Carfax report. Everything was done but the brakes, and now I'm starting to feel it, but I can't afford it now.
You can if you weren't.
Yeah.
You chose festivals over your brakes.
I did.
You chose Botox over your brakes.
I did.
You're choosing all those copy and paste fucking butt lift things on Amazon over your brakes. And I guarantee you, your butt looking slightly bigger but still incredibly small is not going to keep you safe when your car crashes.
I bought the pants to wear on the show. They're in my bag in the
Why would you buy the pants? I've never seen your pants. I will never see your pants. And the camera's never seen your pants. And they never will. So why the fuck are you buying pants to be on a show where I literally only see you from here to here?
My weight has changed, and I don't fit into any of my clothes, so I've had to buy.
Why does that matter for the show?
I didn't know the proper clothing to wear, honestly.
There is none. It's just wear clothes. Yeah. Don't let tit hang out. It's like the rule. Because that's demonetization. Other than that, wear whatever the you want. I don't care.
Yeah, I just wasn't.
That's why someone's dressed up in African wear, even though it's white as day.
Yeah, so I just was unsure of the clothing, so I brought pants and shorts with me, and sensory. And,
I don't care.
Yeah, so that's why.
Good sensory. Yeah,
and then the weight gain. So that's why I'm buying pants.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There it is.
And that's my student loans.
Monthly payment, $525.
So what's happening with that right this second is I was doing that save thing and they overturned it. I got a notification just like 2 weeks ago saying I need to sign up for, because I had an IDR plan. Mm-hmm. And it was going to be like 132, and they overturned that, I guess, in the courts as well.
Yes.
I got a notification that I was in a 60-day forbearance, and they'll let me know what my new payment's going to be.
Well, looks like $525.60.
Yeah, so this was about like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know.
They're
they
making you pay back the contract that you signed.
Yeah, no, that's
a crazy contract.
That's completely okay
crazy
that I need to pay. It's just so I signed for that, but they said that.
Listen, I'm actually okay with income driven when people are in struggling situations. I'm good with that. But also, let's just look at it logically. You 100% knew what you were signing up for when you signed up. You signed the contract. Why the do you get something special?
I shouldn't. I don't think I am entitled to anything special. I just, I think I just was more uneducated than anything with that. And I did take out more than I needed. I didn't lower the...
I mean, a lot of people sign just paperwork at 18, go to college. It's just a tradition. Instead of, in the course, counselors don't talk about it. And certainly the reps at the school don't, because they want you to go there and spend all their money. So I get it. The system is set up to get the person to just sign the dotted line. But we don't live in a stupid age. We have YouTube. We have more resources than ever for seeking knowledge if you really just want to. It's like...
Yeah,
it's a hard time.
Yeah, so that's what's going on. So I don't know. It's in a forbearance right now. I don't know what the new payment will be. I'm going to find out soon. But they said if they don't come back in 60 days, they're going to put another forbearance and let me know soon. And I'm like, oh,
we'll see.
Yeah. So that one is a little iffy.
I'll cross it off for now, but that's going to be brutal when that hits. Is that all your debt?
Yes.
Great. I have an ending balance in a checking account of $5.
That's
and $0. And then the main one, $16.
Yeah. So it's a credit union, so like you have to do each person puts in like $5 to have an account with the credit union, and then there's a savings account and then a checking account in it.
But even though we have no money and we can't pay our loans and we decided to fuck our entire life and can't afford anything, we're doing Amazon, KFC, TV, Aeropost, Amazon, Spotify, Amazon. PayPal, more TV. I think you're renting movies. Zelle, KFC, DoorDash. You're DoorDashing, but you're not paying your fucking debt? Sure. Zelling out money, eBay, DoorDash, PayPal, Amazon, PayPal. Going in, getting some BS, more tickets and skippers. So 2 tickets in the month, by the way. Mugo. Amazon, Wendy's, car wash. You live in Florida. F*** off. PayPal, Amazon. Oh, some fee. PayPal. Oh, good. Yep, overdraft. You overdrafted.
Last month?
Oh, you didn't even know.
Mm-mm. Like, I deposit my checks on
Tuesday. You overdrafted 3 times. 2 times. You overdrafted twice.
Last month? Or in the year?
Last month.
Okay.
Last month. You overdrafted 3 times last month. 2. I don't know why I keep saying
no, it's okay.
2 times. So that you can DoorDash and go to KFC and tickets and not pay more towards our debt. Yeah.
Yeah. Those tickets got sold on StubHub. So.
Single cat lady headed to her mid-30s. Who would have thought life is a complete disaster?
I know it since I was born.
Huh?
I know it would happen since I was born.
Why?
I don't know.
You had a boyfriend. I was honestly mostly just joking about cat ladies. That's not even true.
I had a boyfriend for 7 years, and then he destroyed my credit. So.
Okay, that sucks.
Yeah.
But either way, I was mostly just making a joke about cat ladies. Like, that's not even true. Like, I don't care. You can be single. I have single women friends who are doing very well. That's not a bad thing. Who cares? You do whatever you want to do. I don't give a f***. But my goodness, you're living up to the stereotype. Steak and Shake Wendy's so that we can overdraft our checking account. Apple Bill, KFC so that we can overdraft our checking account. PayPal money going out, and then we overdraft our checking account. Oh, great. Wonderful. I don't know, dude. Good luck.
Yeah.
This is one of the, I'm going to make a budget, but it's one of those where I don't think making a budget even matters. Because, like, you will make every excuse in the world not to do something because it's slightly difficult. But if you want to do something like we saw, you'll do it.
Well, I have my mind set up right now to get this handled. So I think that's
for the
going
next
for
30
me.
minutes. Total income, we're going to say $3,000 after your side hustles and setting aside a little money for taxes from those. Debt minimum monthly payments, let's get that. Let's not include the student loans. We don't know what that payment will be when it hits. I don't know. We'll find out. Won't be good. Debt minimum monthly payments, $795.03. Crazy. What's your rent? Rent. Just rent.
So it's $1,100, but then I pay.
Yes. I know you do other things. I'm asking just rent.
$1,100.
I knew you were going to do that. Okay. Now, what's your utilities?
So the water, trash.
Oh, come on. You just told me the full.
It's $130.
Okay.
That's not with electricity.
Gas, vroom, drive. That's not with electricity?
No.
Add electricity.
Okay. It's about $80 on top of that.
Okay. So, $220. No, sorry, $210, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gas, vroom, drive.
Like $100 now that I'm
Phone
DoorDashing.
bill.
$25.
Car insurance?
$100 or $200.
TP fund. Anything else you need to survive? $100. Necessary food? Not much. $300. Use our cookbook. You get it for free. Once they get in, there's a delay in the shipping, but they're almost here. Medical bill. Co-pays, things like that. Anything?
Doctor's visits are $5.
How many a month?
Probably 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 8.
Doctor visits?
I go to the chiropractor twice a week.
That qualifies? Okay.
Well, that's $5. That's medical, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my medications are $0 right now, unless it's a different tier.
You said it's $5 per doctor visit?
For specialist, yeah.
Okay, so only $40 in co-pays a month?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for your medical?
For now.
Okay. Subscriptions, no. Cat, age, and health.
My cat just turned 13. She's in great health.
Never mind. Okay. No pet insurance.
No.
Won't qualify. No. Pet food, how much?
Maybe, because I could buy a big bag and it lasts like 6 months, so that's like $40.
Okay, 40 divided by 6. Okay, $7.
Yeah.
Anything else that needs to be in your budget that I have not put in your budget?
Trying to think, just the charity things. No, I think that's about it until my student loans hit. We'll figure that one out on a different day.
Yeah, you really have no wiggle room if you don't work anything extra. You're actually under by $100 if you don't work anything extra. But if you do get up to $3,000, you actually do survive, but barely. But basically no wiggle room whatsoever. $122.70 to be exact in wiggle room. So let's see. 616 months to pay off debt, or 51 years. So here's the reality. And this is kind of what I knew was coming from the beginning. The reality is, I mean, you got to suck it up, take advantage of the accommodations, go to a school, community college, whatever you can do that offers the programs that you want to do, and actually put in the work and the time and find the accommodations that you can. Put in the effort. The amount of effort that you take to go over the step, to go to a rave, to do a trip, to go to a fucking vortex or whatever you do, that amount of effort, just put even half of it into just trying to find a system that works for you, even if it takes you twice as long to complete school. We need to boost our income. If we're going and we're borrowing a little bit more for school for the long-term life, I am okay with that. But you need to boost your income. We got to get to at least $30 an hour, even if that is starting a whole brand new career through the certification, or just becoming an entry-level desk person somewhere and working your way up, or working a second job, working the McDonald's, something on the side. You got to bring in more money. Those are your options. Once you bring in more money, then yes, pay off the debt, smallest to largest, no spending on them whatsoever. Okay. That is not involved in David's little snowball.
Okay.
He didn't invent it, but either way, just because you're watching the DVDs.
Yeah, that was a while ago too.
And then we got to start catching up on retirement. You got to get a 6-month emergency fund, then catch up on retirement. But you need to focus on either school or picking up a second job. Those are your two options: school or second job, or go through bankruptcy. But you haven't changed your behavior, so bankruptcy would just hurt you in the end, because you would get back in the situation that you're already in with credit and not getting in apartments and a lot of different struggle things. So if you do go through bankruptcy, at least prove that you can live this lifestyle for 3 to 6 months, change your behavior. But I don't know, man.
But
that's it. I don't think you're gonna do anything that is slightly inconvenient to you. You're gonna find an excuse to not do it.
I don't think so. My mind is definitely
for the next 30 minutes.
No, I flew out here for a reason. I'm definitely here for it.
I hope so. Come back on the Financial Audit follow-up channel. I gave you a path forward.
Yeah.
They're relatively simple paths. You just have to figure out which one you want to choose. Do one of them. Come back on here in 6 months on the follow-up channel and prove me wrong. Spending in a budget, you technically spent under what you make, surprisingly, but none of it went towards anything productive. So 2 out of 10. Debt. It's bad debt, especially for your income situation. It's not the worst debt in the world, but it is a 2 out of 10. Emergency fund, nothing. 0 out of 10. Retirement, nothing. 0 out of 10. Real estate, nothing. 0 out of 10. Hammer financial score rounded up to a 1 out of 10. Guys, join us in the post show. Maybe I'll call the roommate. Maybe I'll do something else crazy, but we always find extra drama, something crazy that we couldn't talk about in the main show. So make sure you join that. Hammer Elite is the best membership on the entire platform. The head people at the platform have told us that themselves. So just join it. Really helps support this channel. It's incredible. I'll see you guys in the post show. If you don't want to be like this guest, by the way, or any guest, no offense to you, just download the budgeting app, sign up for the annual version. I'll sign the cookbook. I'll mail it directly to you. See you in the post show. Bye. Why do you owe the IRS $1?
Spent $3 on last month. She told me, yeah, I booked a festival. I'm coming back in October.
And then I have a festival in November.
What are you doing? You are negative money on a monthly basis. You cannot go to a music festival, period.
Yeah. Are you still planning on going?
Yes. As long as I could find somebody to come with me.
There should be no yes. There should be no yes.
Exclusive members content. Click the link in the description or pinned comment below and watch thousands of hours of extra and uncensored content.